What's going on, everybody? I'm Sha. This is the Dollar Tree. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Yes, appreciate everybody for watching. That YouTube algorithm, get them up out of here. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you know when we upload a new video on this channel. All right. Okay. So I first want to start saying, timestamps in the description. All right, got that out the way. But I first want to start by saying that we are 180 subscribers away from me setting up the Telegram group. And the reason why this is important and I'm bringing this up is because Uniswap did retest heavy on the dump. And remember in the Uniswap update video that was probably about four videos ago, something like that. I did mention that if you wanted a good entry to Uniswap, let the market tell you when to invest. That's one of the tips that I give out a lot on this channel. Let the market tell you when to invest. And during that pullback, it told you that was your chance to get into Uniswap or double down on your overall investment in Uniswap. Not financial advice, but just wanted to put that out there. So on the Telegram group, I will be, mentioning those things, in the groups when you get your alerts. All that good stuff, but 180 subscribers away, okay? So, in this video, all right, we're going to be talking about, first of all, Bitcoin update. Got to do the Bitcoin update because I did that video. It started dumping as I was doing the last video regarding, Bitcoin's update. Not many people watched that video, and if they would have, they probably wouldn't have sold out of their Bitcoin because I'm pretty sure a lot of people bought around 38, 39, 40, and they saw that price started dumping. And they started malfunctioning, they, hit the sell button real quick. So, listen, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Don't deprive yourself of an opportunity to get an understanding of the market so you can benefit from having more knowledge about cryptocurrency and the markets. All right. And then we're going to talk about Ethereum. Ethereum has the potential for a monstrous move based on a pattern that could be starting to develop as we speak. All right. So I'm going to talk about that. And that's pretty much it. And then give an update. Am I missing something? Let me check my notes here. Trusty phone. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. The Ethereum Bitcoin update, the Ethereum, talking about Ethereum. And then, yeah, I'll save whatever else for the next video. So let's get on this computer and let's start with the Bitcoin update. Let's take a look at the chart and then we'll migrate over to the Ethereum chart. And then I'll come back and give my final thoughts. Bitcoin chart. Let's go. All right, here we go. Bitcoin on the daily. And as you can see, you've got 4 straight red candles to the downside on Bitcoin. And even though the price has kind of bounced and recovered a little bit here, hold on, let me get this circle out of the way. Well, I'll leave it there. Even though Bitcoin has, sort of recovered, there's still going to be more downside to come, in my opinion, because you're going to have to try and form some type of structure in this area between 27,000 and the all-time high of, 42,000. That's going to describe something bullish. And even then, you're probably going to break to the downside before you break to the upside. So currently what I'm looking at is sideways downward action for Bitcoin. Let's go up here. Let's go to the weekly, but let's take a look at the weekly though, because if you look at the weekly, you can see that the weekly looks like it's got a hammer here, which is bullish. And as you know, the weekly, it takes much longer to play out. So if Bitcoin is to be continuously bullish over the course of a longer term, you're going to want to see this kind of like the hammer that's now starting to look like an indecision candle. Because you see a long wick going from the top of the candle and a long wick going downward from the candle. But again, I want to see this form into a flag on the weekly for a continuation to move higher. And I definitely expect prices to come down here to 27,000 still, even though it didn't do it on the first dump, which may be a good thing, because if it's coming down in that direction, that may also indicate, like I said, a falling wedge starting to form on the weekly, or maybe even the daily. Let's go back to the daily. So on the daily, you've got a low with the first red wick, and then you've got a higher low with the second red wick. Can you put in another higher low within the next, I don't know, 3 days is looking like. Other than that, it's not really much going on with Bitcoin at the moment. But I will tell you this for sure: sideways downward action. All right, I would be surprised if the price just immediately started to recover and jump back up to 40,000. And if that's the case, that'll probably be a double top or a lower high, which is still going to indicate a falling wedge or sideways downward action. So just because you get a nice little spike up doesn't mean, oh, is back to business as usual. All right, so keep that in mind. I just wanted to give you guys an update on Bitcoin real quick so you know what to expect. Also, look at last video if you haven't already. That will give you a good idea as well as to the scenarios, a few more scenarios that I laid out for Bitcoin. Okay, let's move on to Ethereum. Okay, here we are on Ethereum, and you see this yellow line I drew from the candle body close of those 2017 highs, not the wick, not the line stretching out and upward, the candle body. That's where it got rejected. That's where the dump happened. All right. Now, you know, Ethereum has recovered better than Bitcoin, which could possibly be a sign for things to come in regards to altcoins getting more of a pump. Now, I'm going to mention something at the end of the video regarding the altcoin pump as well. Something that I said in the previous video, which is another reason why you guys should subscribe to the channel, because I called this scenario from about a month and a half, 2 months back. But anyway, this is something that I want to show you that is going to be amazingly epic on Ethereum if this plays out. Watch this. Boom. Look at that. What is that? What is that I'm trying to show you guys here? Ethereum could potentially form a cup and handle on the weekly chart. Yes, on the weekly chart. All right. Now, the bad part about it is you could potentially see 2 low landing locations for the Ethereum price. And I'm going to draw 2 support lines here to support this theory. Give me 1 second. Now, this is the first support line right here on the screenshot at $922. You can form either a small handle or like teacup type pattern here if the price starts to make it to the downside toward where this wick actually landed. And if you look to the left, you'll see that that was also a resistance area previously for Ethereum. Okay, so now the price to the right in the blue box, $922. You can come down here and start to form a cup and handle or teacup, whatever the case may be. Now let me show you the second support level, which would be closer to where this rounded bottom actually is. And then I'll actually pull Fibonacci after that. So let's take a look at the second landing place. All right, boom, second landing place. You can see it to the right in the blue box, $762, which is where it was a resistance back here on, which week is this? The week of, which week is this? Oh, the week of May 2nd, 2018. All right. So that was a resistance of May 2nd, 2018 on your way down on Ethereum. So that is your second landing spot. That will also confirm the cup and handle. Listen, keep an eye on this, because if this plays out to be a cup and handle or a falling wedge, or a falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern, you're going to see some supreme upside for Ethereum, especially once it goes back and retest and break this upper yellow line at 1340. All right. So again, worst case scenario, you might get a long wick down at the next nearest support, which is down here at what is this, $612. I don't think it's gonna come all the way down to the bottom of where this rounded where the handle would be on this pattern. Give me 1 second. There you go. This is another screenshot, which would be around 669. All right, but either way, based on what I'm saying on this chart, if you can stay above 669, you're still in bullish territory for Ethereum. So don't get shaky hands and sell off, well, not financial advice. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but just telling you, 669 would not be a surprising landing spot for a continuation move higher for Ethereum. Now, let me pull Fibonacci. I'm going to get rid of 2 of these lines, and I'm going to pull Fibonacci and show you how this could actually be the case as well to back it up. All right, boom. Here we go. Fibonacci from the all-time high back down. You can see that this green line that I drew actually is 907. That's actually a little more accurate once you pull Fibonacci. And then the 2 lower lines that I had here previously is also, 777. And then I said 669. This yellow line on Fibonacci tells me 648. And that would be your cup and handle play out. So if you get a falling wedge or a rounded bottom out of Ethereum, I'm going to keep this here and we're going to follow this because I have a very good feeling that this is going to be the case for a bullish continuation for Ethereum for this bull cycle. And if that's the case, the grass is definitely going to be greener on the other side of this dump. But that's pretty much it. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section as far as this chart is concerned. Do you think that this is pretty accurate? I mean, the Fibonacci lines up. My 3 lines that I drew lined up, and then I pulled Fibonacci. Actually, you know what? Let me draw those. Let me put those 3 lines, those other 2 lines back here so you can see what I was saying. Here you go. Boom. It all lines up. It all makes sense. This is exactly what I drew before I pulled Fibonacci. A lot of people tell me that, why don't I use Fib? And you don't necessarily need to use Fib, man. Once you get good enough at this, you're able to identify the support levels without having to pull Fib. But there you go. That is what we're looking at for Ethereum. That is the bullish scenario for Ethereum. And even if it's short-term bearish in the interim, mind you, this is a weekly. So this is going to take about 4 or 5 months to play out, and which will fall in line with, pretty much what the sequencing is. Ethereum had a nice run up, and then what? 3-4 months of downside until it started to recover around, what is this here? Had some downside, and then it started to recover around, what is this? September. So you had some weeks of some sideways downward action. So that's what I would expect. You might not even come all the way down to these levels, right? You might just flag from here on the weekly and continue higher, right? It might be short-term bullish as well. But worst case scenario, if you go short-term bearish, there's still light at the end of the tunnel in regards to this cup and handle forming. But yeah, let me go to my final thoughts. So that's what you have. And another thing too that I wanted to talk about, that I mentioned, altcoins. I said, don't be surprised if you look up 1, 2, 3 months from now and you're like, oh man, this coin's up 50% in the last month and a half, 2 months. This altcoin is up 80% in the last 2.5, 3 months. This one, 100%, 200%. That is exactly what's happening. All right. I said this. When I first started talking about the Algorand and the swipe setups, those setups on the channel, when I first started doing that and doing updates, I mentioned this. And I'm going to see if I can go back and find which video that it is so I can put the clip on the following video, because next video, I'm actually going to go into this. All right. I'm going to go in and bring out the altcoins that are up over the last 30 to 60 days to further validate my point and what I was telling you guys. As Ethereum and Bitcoin and Litecoin starts to trend higher, certain USDT paired coins are going to go with it and benefit from this. So I'm going to point that out. And I'm also in the next video, Algorand is in profits. That setup for Algorand is up. It was up before the dump 80% or more. So pay attention to this, because when the altcoins really start to take off, you're going to see some great upside and more upside from these coins. So got that video coming next. I'm going to elaborate, let me write that down on the notes right now. I'm actually going to elaborate on that. And I'm going to take a look at the Zilliqa chart as well, and talk about more investing tips, not financial advice, but more investing tips as well in the subsequent videos of this channel. Questions, comments, or concerns, TheDollarTree on Instagram in the comment section. Again, Let me know what you guys think as far as that Ethereum setup. That could be a very, very bullish scenario. We still could be supremely bullish, flag and go higher from here. But man, even if you like, you tail off and you trend low and the altcoins start to run even more, other altcoins start to run, and then you form that rounded bottom or that falling wedge and it breaks to the upside, yeah, definitely a good look for Ethereum to round out the bull run. But I'm Shy. This is the Dollar Tree, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it.